Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking Highground Live. My name is Rob. You can find me as i3rips on Instagram. We're glad to be here. A lot to talk about. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, bro?
What's up, guys? If you guys haven't yet, check out FortniteCards.com. Check out the
Yes.
forum. Check out the list. We have all the card lists up there for Series 1, 2, 3, and Reloaded. What's up, Richard? What's going on, Rob? How you
What's up?
been?
What's up? Pretty good, bro. Busy week, but can't complain. How about you?
Yeah, it's been super busy. It's gonna keep. I know people keep messaging me. I'm not able to get back. So
Yeah,
if you guys are messaging me and I'm not getting back, it's just I've been super busy.
yeah,
I'm trying to get back to people, but
for sure.
if you guys want to use the forum and start chats there, then we can just come in and comment when we get a chance. Instead of like Facebook
That'll be
messaging
great.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets hard with work and everything.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm also a little under the weather, so my throat hurts a little bit, but we're gonna try to do a
Yeah,
full episode here. So
yeah, for sure. Yo,
um, yeah.
so what's new, bro? Any sales that piqued your interest? Anything like that? Anything new in the game? What's on your mind?
Well, there's lots of stuff new in the game.
Yeah.
But I've been catching some of Richard's YouTube. So if you
Uh-huh.
guys haven't seen Richard's YouTube, he's been doing a good job looking at sales
Yes.
and like going over. And I think I really like how he's doing that. He's doing like
Mm-hmm.
real quick 1 minute videos with
Yep.
some like interesting sales and talking about them.
We'll
So
link that, by
I've
the
seen some of those. I haven't been checking eBay purposely,
way. Good job. Good job.
because I'm trying to keep my cool for spending right now. I think it's a buyer's market. I think it's going to continue to be a buyer's market for a while.
Hmm.
Um, I missed some sales after looking at what Richard was posting.
Yeah, I lost the auction. And then it was the same card raw, and I forgot about it. So it's a fun week. It's a
Oh,
fun week. It was a fun week.
wait, I did look on eBay this morning. I saw something that was ending, but then like I have my notifications turned
Yeah.
off.
See,
Let me
I
see what
mean,
that ended at.
like I try to be a safe driver, especially with a family. But when
Mm-hmm.
when a card is ending, like literally as I'm driving, I decided to put the phone down. I was gonna pull over at a gas station, like just the next one. By the
Mm-hmm.
time I pulled over, bro, it was over. And don't get me wrong, like I did put my bid in, but it jumped above my bid, so I was gonna like try to
Redo it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
man,
that's tough. Gotta drive safe. So like
yes, yeah. I
just
was
we
like,
don't give investment advice, but we
but
also
take
don't
that.
want you guys
Come
texting and
on,
driving, eBaying and driving.
Thomas.
What's
What's
up,
up? What's up?
Thomas? What's going on, man?
That was yeah, man. Is that was interesting to have the same card in the same week, 4 days apart. And then the one was graded. It was a PSA 9. And I'm like, yo, like don't get me. I did a fair bid, but I'm like, okay. It was one of those things where you lose, but you're happy that the card did great. It was one of those
Yeah, because
situations.
like
So
you like the
yeah,
card, you think it should do good.
yeah,
What's up? What's up, Lane? What's up, Isaac?
yeah. I was like, y'all got
Um,
me.
yeah, I've been trying not to buy.
Yeah,
I've been trying not to buy. So hopefully I can get my finances in order and start making. Hopefully the market stays low. I know everybody wants it to go back up and all this kind of
yeah.
stuff, but
Well, I also been y'all gonna laugh at me. I've also been watching Succession, so I'm trying to tighten
mm-hmm,
up my business side, like as in like how strategic I am, like
mm-hmm.
like that. It was this one, bro. It was this one scene in Succession. I don't know if you ever watched it.
I haven't.
If you haven't, you should. It's one of the best
It's
shows.
good. It's
Yeah,
on what,
it's
HBO?
HBO. Yeah, bro. It's top tier. And they was in a bidding war, and just the way how it is being a collector, the way they were bidding and trying to figure out what number they was gonna go to and what the value was, it
Mm-hmm.
just piqued my collector's interest so high. So yeah, that was definitely one.
So we got 15 people in here. I do want to say if you guys haven't been to the forum, I want to see everyone's top 50
Yes,
list.
put that
Some of you
50 in
guys that
there.
are in here already did it, and I'll share my screen here.
Let's
Share
look at them.
screen. Entire screen. So if
MC,
you go
what's
to
up?
FortniteCards.com and you go to the forum, and I'll actually post this right in here. It's easy to create an account, and you can post your top 50. So we got one from Inglorious. Richard, I think Richard did 2 Fortnite stonks. Nagat, what's up?
Yeah, MC, we need to see a list, bro.
Documenter and Dill I am.
Lane,
It had cards.
It was jump shot.
So if you guys have not put your top 50, go in there and check them out. put them in. I want to see what everyone does. I don't think we have enough to. We're gonna do a giveaway for whoever we think has the best list.
Yeah,
And that'll probably be next week. So we're gonna give everybody a whole nother week to post their top 50, and then
yeah,
next week we're gonna do the giveaway based on the top 50. Um, we gotta figure out if we're gonna do a voting. I don't know
mhm,
yet. We haven't decided, but next week
yeah,
we'll do a giveaway, and I have a lot to give away too.
yeah, yeah. We still got some donation stuff in there too.
Yeah.
That yo, Warfighter, I feel you, bro.
Well, so
Life has definitely been busy, so I feel you on that.
here's a sealed USA Series 1 box.
Hobby,
So maybe we'll give that away. That might be a nice
that'll be
prize for
great.
the sealed collectors for whoever wins. So go in there and put your top 50 in.
And then
Um,
we're in the 400s as well, right? We
mhm.
are very close to 500, which we'll be giving another Series One hobby box away. So that is a lot of good stuff right there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was reading through some of them, but I haven't dug all the way into the top 50s. I want to
Yeah,
wait for more to get in there.
yeah,
Um, you said it looks like Focus is replacing Aura. Oh, up on my shelf. I have all my auras in my little thing over here. I'm trying to keep them out of sight, out of mind. Just because like funds are low, and like I don't want to be tempted to sell one of my beauties, So
you had to lock it away.
I'm not worried about Focus because no one's spending the money on Focus yet. Same thing with Kuno. Like I saw PSA 9.
Yeah,
Like all the Series 3 PSA 9s are going for like $50
yeah, yeah.
just for the
That's
shards. That
and
seems super
that's
low.
pretty low. That's pretty low to say the least. I mean,
Like I
what?
want to buy those.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you just said a couple minutes ago, it's definitely a buyer's market.
Hmm.
Nobody can disagree with that. It's a buyer's market all day.
Now, how long it's gonna last? Probably a while, I would think.
Yeah, it's gonna
But who
be
knows?
it's going to be longer than the last buyer's market, which is, to be honest, if we're really
This is like
honest,
the first
this is
this is
the
the
buyer's market, 100%.
you need more, I need more, but I can't buy any more. They're
Man,
out of my price range.
that's gonna be a that's gonna be an interesting climb to the top with the auto aura
That
collector.
was my last big purchase, I think. That's like for a while.
For a while, you tapping
Yeah.
out.
I know I need a gold trooper USA shard, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I've got to I got to slow it down. What's up, Sticker? What's up,
I just
Kari, Warfighter?
I just recently. Wait, Warfighter, you saying now you're not wearing any other skin like
Yeah,
that's
that's your
that's
main.
yeah, is
How
that what
long
you're
have I been
saying?
talking about Focus? I've been talking about Focus since before, like right when
Yeah,
Series 3 first released.
not
I
even
was like,
that. We brought up focus
Series 2?
with our
Yeah, with our
prediction one.
prediction.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Ooh, what did the Aura Opticom go for? I haven't been
What was
watching.
that? Was that five? Was it five that the around five that the aura went around? I think.
500?
I believe. Don't quote me. Uh,
I mean, I don't know what Opticom goes for in PSA 10.
well, it hasn't been enough to even say. Once again,
Yeah.
that's where I stand. I always stand with, like, you want to kind of see the market
Guys,
grow
I'm
though.
off eBay. Stop. Don't. That's gotta be a lie. There was a Focus for $13,
Yeah,
or
Warfighter.
was
That
that the Kuno, or was that a Kuno? Because I was watching a Kuno.
it might have been a focus, bro.
Just so you guys know, just because I have 20 Kunos does not mean I think Kuno is over Focus. Just so you guys know, I'm Focus all day. It's just
360. Oh my gosh, that's
I was just
interesting.
able to get more Kunos. Okay, it was Kuno.
It was a Kono. Okay.
So 360 for the Aura Optichrome PSA 10. That's
Hex
not
Hex
horrible.
One. What's up? What's up, bro? That
Again,
was
guys, I have a sore throat, so sorry.
yeah, Warfighter. That new style of focus is exactly what she needed. Like, cause focus was a dope skin. Even with, I'll say, the colorway of her original skin was interesting. With this second style, they hit it
I
out the
mean, it's
park.
not even the colorway. It's just they put way more detail into it,
Yes,
like
yeah,
the eye moves and things
yep,
like that. It's just like over the top. It went from dark blue to black. I mean,
yeah.
it's going to. I could see that becoming the most used skin long term. I could
Yeah,
see that
like
beating Aura.
it'll take a little bit, but I can definitely see that
It's
happening.
gonna take a lot. I just think it's
And
possible for her to beat out Aura for popularity.
and what is also gonna come down to is, will people accept that? You know what I mean? The ones that originally like and I'm not talking about the cars when I say this. The ones that originally fell in love with the like a aura skin, are they gonna accept that Focus is now
Yeah,
down the
because
road? Yeah,
I
you
think the
know,
people who wear Aura also wear Focus. Like I
right.
wear
So it's
both.
the and it doesn't help that they're the same head cannon.
So
That's also another thing. They're the same exact head cannon, so that's kind
so
of
this is
dope.
Focus's use, and then after the new style, it jumped up to number one.
Number one.
Yeah,
And
Focus.
by the way, if y'all didn't see it before, Focus was at 5 before that happened for this season. And
So
then
here's the new style
yeah,
if y'all haven't seen it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
that style is like and
Like, can we
it
stop like the eye? There you go. The eye
yeah.
movement is crazy. So if you look
Nah,
back at the old one, it was just really static.
yeah, that's a dope skin. That's a dope skin, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I love that one. The other one that we were just talking about before we jumped on
Yes.
here.
Which
So
I
you
guess
got,
now that we're live, we can figure this out for like with
and
that.
I think you're right because it does say sit on there,
Hmm.
and I haven't looked. I have to look at the
But
skins completely.
do you still think that like
But
the other ones are
let's
different team leaders?
let's ask the
Yeah,
community here. So Panda team leader, like so I've said this for over a year now. The helmets are coming off of these bears eventually,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it finally happened for Panda team leader.
Mhm,
All right. And I love this skin. I already had the skin, so when I
mhm.
loaded in, the helmet was already gone for me. Um,
Oh yeah,
the
it does say
question
Sid.
is each bear a different person or is this the same person? Because it says style Sid. So is Sid the same person under all the bears?
Yeah, Richard. I think I'm on the same same page with that. I think it's all the same. I think they're all Sid, which I
Hmm.
think will be beneficial. I because
It's easier to write a story about one than
100%.
all the different ones. I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly, exactly. Now they could. Now that's not saying if it's different. That's more creative. Like you can kind of get more creative with that
Hmm.
if it is different. I think
But
Sid.
it
Yeah,
also makes sense. Like this character likes to wear these types of outfits. Like I don't
right.
think these are snapshots. I
See,
think that she was in the loop in different outfits, like you know how like some snapshots is like it recreates it.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
she wore like you know how there's like what am I talking about? Like Minty Aura, right?
Uh-huh,
Like an obvious snapshot of Aura,
uh-huh.
like a cubed version, stuff like that. I think she wore these different outfits into the loop, like Jonesy wore Rex.
Well, yeah. No, I just think that
Yeah.
when I said I think that Panda team leader and Sid is like I don't know which one
Yeah.
comes first because it's hard to tell because she just took her mask off. But I think Sid is a snapshot of which obviously we found out. But yeah, I do think that it's just a rotation of styles when it comes to the team leaders.
So the problem with the other ones, this is for the other styles, is that the only other one we have is actually Sid,
They
I
did that with
think.
Zadie. They did that with Zadie too. Zadie, they took the mask off for her new style, but
See,
Zadie mask never come
so
off of the other
here's
one.
Sid,
Yeah,
right? Let me see if I yeah, it's gotta be this.
yeah.
I don't know. It's
Bro,
like
it's the same skin, bro. It's the same.
I know it's the same like game skin, like the same model.
But you got to remember the only ones that where we have that the the ideology of this could be different. It only comes to really Ramirez, Jonesy, and maybe the original default skins. Like once it gets into new head canons like this,
Hmm.
it's usually on par, which makes it interesting though. To your point, is
I mean,
Sid is a
it does
technically
say
a
Sid.
yeah, Sid is technically an OG character if they go with the narrative that all the skins are the same under. Like, so if it ends up
Yeah.
being Cuddle Team Leader being the Sid as well, that's kind of interesting because that means
Hmm.
Sid is originally not OG the skin Sid, but the storyline wise, she technically would be a OG head canon.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm gonna go with it's Sid. So
We'll see what that means.
because I rock this skin, I actually like this skin. Um, I don't know, but they're bringing the helmets off. If it's all Sid, then why isn't Cuddle Team Leader's helmet off?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. They did that. They did that with Zadie as well, though. They took Zadie's mask off for her new style, and they never took it off for the other one. So I don't.
It's not off for the original one?
No, you can't take it off for the original one. So I think that's just something that they made like
I wonder
like
why.
well, for Fortnite got some finesse in them in a good way. I think it's
Yeah,
so
you're right.
if it's some dead space in between updates, you take the mask off of Zadie, everybody's happy. Like
That's true.
it's kind of one of those things. I think they did really good with this. That first of all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Iridescent in real life. So that is hands down. That Zadie is hands down one of my favorite skins alongside of the original Zadie. Like that is just top tier right there. That is
Yeah,
a
I
good
mean,
skin.
a lot of people like Zadie.
Yeah, that was
That's what we're thinking, Car, is that Cuddle Team Leader would be Sid too.
yeah,
I
which
mean,
is not
obviously
for
Sid.
yeah.
Now that we've seen two and they're both Sid, you have to
Mhm.
assume all the bears are Sid.
Especially because the original style of Sid kind of plays with the original Cuddle Team Leader style, like that
That's
the
true because
the
she had like
Arizona.
the hoodie with the
Yeah,
bears.
yeah. So which I think is as much as I love Ramirez as a headcanon, it being different kind of helps the future story. Uh
Yeah.
because to be honest, it, see, I don't know what ethnicity Sid is, but it seems like it makes sense for the whole theme of the Japanese the Japanese theme for the season. But you sometimes you can never
That's
really
true
tell.
because that's true. I agree with that. The other thing I want to look at is her stats. So when her helmet came off,
Yeah,
so she only has 2.4 thousand usage,
which
right?
is
And the
insane.
reason
Yeah.
that's so low is because A, her head's so big,
Hmm.
and she came out after Cuddle Team Leader,
Yeah.
right? So people already got the experience with the big head, and she's 2,000 V-bucks, super
Yes.
expensive. But look at this usage. She was in the
Yeah.
900s, and she jumped up to
And
318.
that's not bots. So that's like one of those things where it's kind of nice to, if anything, y'all should watch this. Like just watch how a skin responds when it gets a new style. And if it holds its weight, because to be honest, it can just be hype. Like me and Dylan was just talking about when a new update happens and you get a new selectable style, you usually run with that skin for maybe 1 or 2 games. But it seems that this is sticking because people really like the head canon of Sid.
No,
So that
yeah,
yeah.
I like it. Um, you said you wish they would have done the faction route. Well, it's not one person being all the bears, it's just one person wearing different outfits, right? It's like it's not
Right,
that
right,
crazy to think
yes.
about, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
So it
She
would be
really
a
likes to wear, like, bear outfits when she goes out and kills people. I mean,
mhm,
I don't know what else to tell you. I
yeah,
think it's fine. I think they can make a whole comic about Sid.
right.
Like, I'd read it if
But
and learn more
I
about
am
it.
interested in your point that you made with that though, because like is that middle area between that the things that we found out in Zero Point is that
Mhm.
middle area of like the consciousness of them being able to select. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
so you're talking about the snapshots, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
like, there's gotta be 2 different types of
right.
snapshots, right? There's, like, snapshots that makes a copy of somebody who entered,
Hmm.
right? And then there's the variation, right?
Right.
Because 'Cause we've seen snapshots that got variations of themselves, and then
Hmm.
we have snapshots like Jonesy, who when they took a snapshot of him in there, so it was just him wearing the Rex outfit. So it's
Yeah.
very confusing. I don't know when we'll get that figured out, but
Yeah, because even if you think about it, I seen it was something on Twitter where they had to explain the difference between reskin and a restyle. Like because people didn't get the difference between a reskin and a restyle, so that was a major
it's
thing.
not midnight yet. It's not midnight yet, Black Ash.
We got a long ways to go, bro.
I am rocking that skin in game though. I'm not gonna lie. I think I still have it on.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm wearing that over Focus right now, so
Yeah. No, but yeah, like I think people get confused with the reskin and the restyle as well. Like they didn't get. So if it's the same exact, like, so you think about Ramirez, if it has the tank top on, the camo pants, like Commando, that's a
mhm.
reskin. Ramirez, the Commando's a reskin. When
Yeah.
you do Ramirez in a different style or a different hairstyle, it's a restyle. Like, and they can't get the difference. They say like Fortnite keeps doing reskins. There's a complete difference between a
Yeah.
reskin and a restyle. So that's interesting
And it's
too.
confusing. It's not that clear
Yeah,
cut,
it's
right?
not
So
clear cut at all. That
yeah,
is a
I don't. We're all piecing it together, and the whole thing about like the gnomes and the teddy bears and all the fighting. I'm sure we're missing something.
We're definitely
Like,
missing
I'm pretty
something.
sure, like the tiny chair and everything,
Yeah,
the shrinking chair, I'm sure we're missing stuff that's, like, leaks that no
yeah,
one was able to, like, decipher.
yeah.
Um,
And this Kari also this is kind of what Dylan was saying. He said he don't remember Fortnite using any other bears in the marketing. That's because the original Cuddle Team leader is the face of that. Like that's
yeah.
the I mean, let's be real. For them to use it in like merch or I mean they do have figures of it, but then for them to really market another one, it has to be a that skin has to be doing really, really well. I'm trying to think of times that happened. Has a well, like marketing wise, has a other style ever been marketed? I can't think of any situation.
I mean,
Maybe
what's interesting about Cuddle Team Leader is, like, she's one of the only skins that has her own logo, like her little bear thing. There's not many skins that have their own logo
mhm.
that you see, and like every new season, you'll see that logo.
Yeah, like specifically for her, not her faction, right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's just her logo.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's very interesting. I think that see, Cuddle Team Leader is like I think we're all getting at. We're definitely missing something because she's never not been relevant to Fortnite, which is always a different conversation. Like she can lose relevancy in game, but she's never lost relevancy marketing wise, which is interesting.
Richard said that the chair had a bear looking through a telescope on it.
Mm,
I guess the bears could be related to Cuddle Team Leader. I don't know. I assume that she was part of the IO, but we never got into that story.
right. Which would be oh wait, somebody said something. Go back to focus real quick. Somebody said Jonesy is on focus backbling
You mean on the back part?
on the back bling, I guess. That's what somebody said that earlier. That Jonesy was on her back bling.
I'm not sure what you mean.
That's what I wanted to see. So some whoever said that, can y'all clarify that? Because I definitely missed it if that's the case.
I mean, there's that little emblem back there.
No, on her back bling. I think they said back bling.
You thought what was Rose? The
Oh,
team leader?
oh, you thought Rose was oh I got you. Well, technically it would have been if because it would
I'm
have been
I'm
her
glad it
logo.
wasn't, to be honest.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it was great that they expanded that out. They could have played it safe. Oh, so Warfighter said Jonesy is on the new back bling of Focus. Huh. Did you see that? I didn't see it. I
Wait,
didn't,
he
but I
said
also
what?
didn't look. Warfighter said Jonesy is on the new back bling of Focus.
What do you mean by on the new backplane? I don't understand.
On her back bling.
Like the name, like written?
But you gotta go to her back bling though.
Oh, she has a whole nother black. I get what you're saying. My bad. What's it called?
Huh. Um, you might have been able to. Oh, there you go. Good
This.
job. On her new one, go to the other one. Oh shoot!
I mean, that's a little bit of a stretch. Is that Jonesy?
Yeah, that's Jonesy.
I don't know.
That's crazy. What?
That's
What is that?
strange.
What is that about? Huh? Yo, Warfighter, good catch.
That's just weird. Are you sure that's Jonesy?
Look like Jonesy to me. Can't not know that nose.
I mean, yeah, the nose, but what about the hair?
Maybe receding.
Receding.
Wait, wait. Let's see.
Cars that I think people will keep following because people are picking the stuff up they want to hold long term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think
yeah,
everything's gonna be going down a little bit. I feel like people are gonna get burnt out,
we
and
talked about that offline, but
yeah.
we said we wanted to talk about it this week.
Oh yeah, what were we saying about getting burnt out?
We're talking about pretty much. I think that the collectors and I'm not even talking about collectors that's been in it since the beginning of it. But if you spent 1 or 2 years in there, And as much because the thing is, Fortnite is heavy opportunity compared
Mhm.
to all other, trading card markets. It's a lot of opportunity in there, and I think a lot of collectors are going to get burnt out over the next 3 to 6 months for sure.
Yeah, because like, some of us are in it for, like, the long term and wanna keep collecting.
Right?
Some of it got into flip, so those people are gonna be coming and going. And then as prices, like, stay steady or keep going down, some people are gonna get bored and exit, or just
Yeah,
get bored and just stop collecting for a while, keep
for a
their
while.
stuff,
hmm
and just stop for a while, you know?
Because I guess another angle of that is if you are on the heavy investing side of things, and I'm not talking about heavy as in how much money you're putting in, but just you're more investing
You're looking at
focused.
it through an
Yeah,
investment
yeah.
scope.
If
Yeah.
you're on an investing scope, that level is like to your point, you can have most of what you want and just be like, you know what, I'm chilling. I'm just holding for now. I'll come back and just
Mhm.
investors are probably going to do that a couple times,
Yeah.
especially if you're serious about it.
Well, I mean, the
With
card
Yeah,
market is gonna go up and down for you. Like, when you're collecting it shouldn't have popped up so soon.
right.
It's just Fortnite's that
That's a
collectible.
good point.
Right?
That's a
Because
good
if you
point.
look at everything Fortnite's collectible, the Fortnite pins,
Yeah.
any Fortnite merch, it's
hmm
all already collectible. So this
hmm
wasn't supposed to happen for years, right?
Right.
So burnout is easily gonna come. So trying to fight off that burnout is what I would suggest. This is not investment advice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you kind of have to like actually believe in it. I'm
hmm
in it for the long term, so like regardless, I'm gonna be collecting it for me.
Yeah.
Um, but
So, Daniel, what's good? What's good? So another interesting part to that though is I've been watching a lot of content lately, and this was content on the sneaker collecting community,
mhm,
right? The interesting thing, this person had a great point. They were saying how everybody knows because they missed out 10 years ago. So
mhm,
everybody has the same thought process. We're all thinking the same things back compared to back then, where it was like the first time that this happened. The first time, like, okay, like so when it came to Pokemon cards in '99, when those first shot up, the whole thing was 20 years later, it was like, oh, I had these cards when I was a kid. I remember these cards and now I don't have them. So now I'm collecting these ones that I missed. Everybody's thinking of those moments, whether it was Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it was sports
mhm.
cards. And so that's where the burnout is going to come in as well. That you're fighting against everybody that believes in the same thing as you. So everybody's going after the same opportunities. Everybody's going after the same things. And then a lot of people are going to have burnouts if they don't have a collecting goal. If you don't have a
That's true.
collecting goal, that's where the burnout is going to happen because another set isn't coming out. So if you don't have a collecting goal, if it's not sets you're putting together yourself, that's when
See,
the burnout
what
comes.
what the chat's saying is they're agreeing with Kari that people are loading off everything. Like
hmm
so sticker is like he's going off of what Kari was saying here.
Yeah.
That everyone's loading off everything that they're going long on, which is pretty true, right? It's
Yep.
like, they're realizing, hey, not every card
hmm
is a rocket ship, you know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
For
percent
the last 2 years, almost any card was valued at like I mean, if you remember the I know some of you are collecting these, but the Far Out era cards, the Far Out
hmm
Man era cards, I
hmm
was selling those for 200 a pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was an era card. We didn't know how rare,
hmm
but at the same time, it's like, who cares about Far Out Man?
hmm
Um,
And that's a great point because I think that's definitely what's happening. I'm a very concise collector. It's rare because I don't have every card that I want. It's rare that something can pivot me out the direction that I'm going.
mhm.
And that's just where I think a lot of people are going to get to that point where, like you said, they're going to kind of cut off the fat and they're going to start really curating a collection. And that's what I love to see. I think more curated collections, more collections that's more specific to you. Whether you don't even have to play the game of Fortnite. If you're just curating from being in a hobby and loving the cards, that's a plus. The curation is the
Yeah.
most important thing, but just the sporadic is not a problem. I just know that burnout comes with sporadic collecting.
Yeah, I agree with this because there's so many cards. I think for like series 3,
hmm
people are sleeping.
For sure. For
Like
sure.
people don't realize like how important some of these skins are.
hmm
and they're selling the nines for super, super cheap.
Mhm.
Now, granted, there's a lot more than from Series 1, Series 2,
Yeah,
but regardless, eventually they're gonna dry up at these prices.
yeah,
Like, they're not the prices aren't going up like crazy besides that one PSA 10 Kuno.
yeah. And I think it's you have to be in a heavy margin game to sell
Mhm.
a PSA 9 for $50, and it makes sense in a
Makes
grand
no sense.
because it's just such a it's just a narrow, it's so narrow. Now Raw is different. Raw, if it's like you pull it and it's a good card, you move it out the way, and then you're going into, if you're chasing a bigger card, that's interesting. I'm always interested in what people's collecting goals is because it makes a whole lot of moves make more sense. It
Yeah.
really does.
See, I'm one of the ones who hasn't been collecting with a goal. It's just like I see a card, I know I want it, and I buy it,
Hmm.
and like because I know the skins I want, you know.
Yeah.
But like I was thinking about it, it's like I should curate my locker in game.
Yes.
Like I need to like refine that a
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah.
Like if you go into mine, I have so many saved. And
Hmm.
I should probably refine that a little bit,
That, yeah.
and then like really get to getting the cards to match that. That might be a
Yeah.
cool one to go after.
That's the whole,
Um,
that's my whole thing. Like that.
yeah, I know that's
The,
your thing, but like mine's
the,
not really curated. I have
but and
too
that
many
could be,
skins.
see, the thing that's beautiful about the curated collections though, that can just be a section. Like that's just
Yeah,
a, that's the
it
dope
doesn't have to
thing.
be the only goal.
No, it's just a section of it.
Like I only have one, which I put on Instagram, but let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a section. I think the curated collections of different perspectives that you have of Fortnite is going to be pretty fun, whether it's just based on the market or the game. Yeah.
So I've talked about this last time when I pulled them, but like this was like my first like this was a goal of a
Yes.
set that I wanted,
Yeah.
right? I don't know why. I've always liked this set when it came out,
Yeah.
so I was like, I need to get those in tens, and I got that goal pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
But um, I want to do more goals like that. I think they'll be fun.
Yeah. And Kari, I think this is Kari and Lane because they're kind of saying the same thing. I think everybody goes through those moments of, because I think people sold PSA 9 USA hollows for Series 1 too cheap.
Hmm.
I think that happened, like even when I had a lot of Series 1 hollows in PSA 9, I'm like, no, I'm trading. I can't sell it for this price. I can't. I have to trade into a bigger car. I can't sell it at this price. So
Do
that's
you
interesting.
do you think about like the price that you would you bought stuff at? So like I bought
Hmm.
Kunos
Hmm.
like the 25-30 range. I bought focuses anywhere from 80 to 100. Bought
Hmm.
elite agents raw like 100 to 150.
Yeah.
So like when people are selling this stuff this cheap, so like Sparkplug, when Series 3 came out, I was buying her 80 to $100 per
Hmm.
raw card, and now the PSA 9s are going for like $50.
Yeah.
To me, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. That is
load
that's
up
yeah.
because
That's
that's free
definitely.
pretty much because you have the grading fee, you have to pay
Hmm.
for shipping, you have to do all that kind of stuff. So it's like
Yeah, because
I don't
that's what
know.
happened. I had around 20 Aura Optichromes raw. Like this was probably 2 years ago now. I had 20 Aura Optichromes. And once I got my Aura cracked ice, I was like, okay, now I can trade into the Series 1 cars that I don't have. And I just was using those as leverage,
Hmm.
with in private sales. People don't even know that, that's the way I got into a lot of my cars. But those opportunities come when you get in to a car that you are convinced of, and then it ends up paying off for your actual PC collection. That's the important thing for me.
I'm glad everyone is getting into Reloaded like me.
Yeah.
I feel like I was the only one in the US ripping Reloaded for the longest
Yeah.
time. It literally is the most fun set to rip when you're talking about actually ripping packs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because Series 1 is like you're only looking for the hollows, you're only looking for the cracked dice. You get a mega box, you get the cracked dice, everything else is kind of like meh, right?
Yeah.
For Reloaded, you know what you're looking for. You're looking for that Renegade Raider or
Uh-huh.
Black Knight, and you're looking for Minty. And then you get the cool hollows, which are
Yep.
bomb. Like those are like the best looking cards out of I almost want to say that they're the best looking cards in general, the loading screens, to be
For a
honest.
hollow. Yeah, for a hollow. It ain't
Yeah,
touching a
I mean,
crystal shard.
just artwork, you know what I mean? It's hard to beat the shards.
Yeah. No,
Conflicted there,
no,
but like,
if you fall into it being the best looking card after the crystal shards, we are on the same page. If you put it
Yeah.
above that, then that's what we that's what we said. But
Well, I
it
mean, it definitely is the best looking card. It actually probably better looking than Series 3 Cracked Ice cards.
yeah, because I get what you're saying. It's a the fact that it's artwork and the hollow pops so strongly is a it is it's a I mean the loading screens is my favorite thing in Reloaded by a long shot. By a long
Like,
shot.
I do like looking at shards more because I'm a shard person. That's like pretty much all I collect besides Reloaded.
Yeah,
But they're bomb. I don't know. Do I put them over shards visually? Like just visually? Probably not. But
yeah.
close,
No, it's
close.
a they yeah, they're
If you put
definitely
shards on top of the loading screens, then
that's a different question.
that's a
That's
different
like the
question.
that's gonna be like the 0 point ones,
You
which
feel
is
like who
great.
knows something you're missing.
I think
A lot of
yeah.
people buy PSA 9s for cheap, and yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
also we have Darth Grader over here, so maybe these are all 10s. I don't know, but like nines are good. They're good condition. Like some of the nines I got are crazy good.
uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So buy the
um
card, not the grade.
also Kari, my and from my experience, if you're trying to go like so if you're in the trading realm, because like if y'all don't know, I'm a lot more chill now because I got Lux, I got Omega. But before I had those cards, I was on a trading tangent. And my whole
Mhm,
thing with PSA nines was a lot of, especially at that time, a lot of people couldn't afford PSA tens. You stack PSA nines because you had to figure out a value for a trade. You
mhm.
stack PSA nines and people get to have a lot of cards. That's a big thing, especially when you're first coming in and you get a great pull and you want to kind of diversify what you have. You give them a whole bunch of PSA nines that they can eventually move for something else. Then it's kind of a win-win for both sides.
The way I see it is eventually the PSA 10 shards are gonna be so out of price. Like they're gonna be the cards that sit on eBay for a long time at a high price. They're
Mhm.
worth that price, just not that many people have the money for it,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So the nines, eights, and sevens are gonna be what sells regularly at a really
Mhm,
good price,
mhm,
just not like an astronomical price like the tens do.
mhm.
But the tens are gonna be worth that. They're gonna sit there, not because they're not worth it, because it's waiting for a buyer to be ready to make that purchase.
100%. And because we're so early, it's hard for us to view it this way. But I always look at it in the aspect of if you're at a car show, the things that's going to be trading the most is probably PSA nines, especially if people are introducing themselves to it. And
Mhm.
PSA tens is the more of the inside scoop. And you kind of want to have that flexibility as an investor and a collector if you're trying to get a card that you want.
And if you're a collector and like you want your favorite skin,
Yeah,
like all right, so the ones I use the most obviously is Aura and Focus, right?
yeah.
If it's in the future and I can get a 9
I'm getting
for
a
like a
nine.
good price, I'm buying that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? As like collector, not as like an investor and stuff like that. Like
right.
I'm not gonna care to have to get the 10. Like I'm
Mhm.
gonna settle for the 9 or the
Yeah,
8.
yeah.
9 is pretty much there though. Like nines
Mhm,
are like really, really good.
mhm, for sure.
Oh, I saw something. I missed it. Where was I looking? Oh, I would not recommend buying complete sets of Reloaded.
Condition.
Yeah. I bought complete sets of Reloaded and they
Mhm,
were all messed up. I couldn't find like any in there to grade. I like ripping it. It's a fun rip and you get the best cards. I also suggest getting the sealed boxes if you can.
mhm.
I have found that the sealed boxes have been better conditioned for me. Now, granted, I've only ripped one PSA 10 Renegade Raider, the only one. And I have like 3 or 4 nines that I've gotten. Um,
Yeah,
but so take it with a grain of salt. It's
that's
just that was my experience. Is the
great.
sealed boxes.
That was great pointing that out for sure. Because
And
you're saving some people from their first learning experience when it comes to Reloaded, or a learning experience that they're gonna regret for sure. So that's great advice for sure.
and like I thought about trying to collect them sealed, right? The boxes sealed, but I don't know. I just I can't. I
You know what you
tried.
need to do? You need to get the acrylic
In
case.
fact, I have some reloaded in the closet here. Wait,
You need to get the acrylic case and put a lock on it. Where is this? Richard, did you look at obviously you probably looked at which one it is. Congrats on that. Getting the 10. That
I
is a
think I saw
great
Wayne was
10.
ripping some reloaded too. So I bought these off Wayne actually. I was able to keep
Uh
these sealed.
Mhm.
I haven't opened these yet, but
Yeah.
I have like 5 of these. Rip it? Dang. All right.
Bro, they didn't
I
even have to.
I can't keep sealed. I
But
have 5.
that's
I have like 4 more. I have 4 more, so I'll keep those sealed for as long as I can. Um, but
MC
I'm
said
trying
he
not to buy stuff right now, so
MC said he don't like the megas for reloaded. The cards are too loose. Uh
but the packs are I don't know. They're together. I don't.
yeah.
I like the megas. They've done good for me, in my opinion. I do believe the PSA 10 Renegade Raider I got came from a case of fat packs, though.
Mhm.
I will say that it was a
Yeah.
case of fat packs.
Yeah, while Dylan doing that, Kari, back to your point that about the 10 sitting, yeah. And I know you collect sports cards. We've seen this. This is something that we've seen over time. Those cards sit because that value is correct for the most part. It's just about who has the because you also said earlier that was a good point of who's in the market for that specific card. Like once people get the card that they want, it's up to that fifth, sixth, seventh person that is still desiring to have that card. If people aren't doubling up, and especially at those prices, it's interesting to see how big that buyer's pool is.
Well, and that's why people were saying that there's like I think Kari said that he's surprised Aura is still keeping such a high price
Yeah.
because there's been lots of PSA 10 Aura sales
Hmm.
within like a small amount of time, and like she's staying pretty high.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
let's see if I can get a Renegade
yeah. I
Raider.
haven't bought. Yeah, the megas you got sucked, MC. Yeah, that's always the worst.
Oh, these are upside down.
So Mad Silver likes the boosters. Uh, what do you feel about the boosters?
For Reloaded,
Yeah.
which one of the boosters look like? Are those the fat packs? Or is those I know them by the 18 pack boxes, and then there's the 36 pack boxes or 32 or something. And then there's the fat pack boxes. I don't know their actual
So
names.
Kari said, no, Aura is falling in his opinion. Um,
Yeah, she is falling.
yeah,
She
yeah,
got down, but she's falling very slowly.
yeah. But
Because
even
if you look at PSA 10 USA Series 1 shards, they're falling like if you have one sale, the next one is much lower.
this actually ties in. But yeah, she is falling for sure.
Did another one
Um,
sell?
the the other thing is when it comes to her Optichrome is really interesting to me because she hasn't had a lot of sales on the Optichrome front throughout time. It was just one of the things like, at the time it was cracked ice, crystal shard, USA hollows. Optichromes wasn't in the mix as much for that level of skin because Aura had to grow into the position she's at now. It was originally the Ice Kings, the Ultima Knights. So I'm interested about how the Optichrome does over the next 6 months. I do think a lot of things are going to drop. The whole market's going to drop, just if anybody doesn't know that, for the most part. But yeah, Aura's an interesting to watch for sure. That's an interesting one to watch.
I almost bought those, but I decided not to. I went for sealed boxes instead of those packs. I hope you get a 10. Are you gonna get them graded sticker? Like,
Yeah, and that
these hollows are just so cool.
also that wait, did I find that I had to where my phone? I had to figure out if I had to match a date real quick.
Because I'm telling you, some of mine, I wouldn't send them in now. If you go to, I think I'm taking the rest of my Renegade Raiders to, um, what do you call it? The National
The
to get
national
them graded.
21.
I don't know why. Oh, so here's one we talked about last week. So like, there's some skins that came in reloaded that didn't come in anything else that are pretty historic, like the soccer skin.
Yeah, yeah.
I've even thought about trying to get some of these graded, but I never cared. So like,
Soccer skin was an error.
I never wore the soccer skin. I was not one of the ones who cared. I thought it was dumb, to be honest.
That's crazy.
To me, I was like, I knew it
Yeah,
was a thing. I just thought it was dumb.
yeah. That was
I
a
don't
that
know.
was a uh that was a beautiful era, man. Like that was when that it was just it was a way like especially like with Aiden back then with Tilted Towers. So many memories when it comes to those soccer games. because that's
Carbide
when.
USA shard? I never
Oh,
liked Carbide.
that's a. Yes, you did.
Did I? I don't
Yes,
think so.
you
No, I
said.
got Carbide,
Yeah, you
and
said
I
no.
thought,
You
and he simmered Omega. I was never a
yeah.
big fan of Omega either.
Anyway, this, uh, yeah,
That's just
Richard,
me personally.
that's a great one. Definitely a great one to chase. Uh, my next big ones is drift for sure. Um, and then everything else is just kind of where my opportunities for my PC. I think drift is the reason why I bring up drift is because that's probably a one that everybody's looking to get. So that's the reason why I named that one. But other ones are just like small PC cards. I think. I think of it.
What do you think about the event cards?
I love those cards. Those are some of my favorites. I really like the way the
I
Reloaded
I
setup
tried to
is.
get a couple of them graded, and I didn't get tens on any, and I kind of stopped trying to get the focus on
That
Renegade.
nostalgic Fortnite Battle Royale tag on the back. I love that.
Oh man, I put this. Oh, I just ruined this card.
Yeah, Kari,
But
Drift
so these
Drift is a
packs
big
have
one.
stickies on the back of them,
Mhm.
so I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah. That I had I had went back through what I was like had to still get. It's just a lot. I still have a whole lot to collect, especially from Series One.
Yeah, I plan to get some more USA shards so I can be on Richard's level. You know,
To
he's killing it.
that
Did he say what his PSA 10 was?
No,
I
he said
missed
it's his
it.
second. He said it's his second, probably his second favorite one after Moisty. So I'm interested. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's probably AIM, but it'll be interesting to
Was
see.
there a PSA 10 for AIM out there? Did I miss that one?
No, I think
I
that's
like
the
AIM. I used to
yeah.
rock AIM. I like AIM a lot. I always thought that was a cool one.
No, Black Ash for sure. Like I think they packed nostalgia into Reloaded. Like those cards you see in the you see in the end event, you see Booga in there, you see all of those things. 50 versus 50, 50 versus 50 was crazy fun, bro. That era was crazy fun. Just it was just literally rampage when you jumped into that game. I love that game mode. There's a lot of things on there, and then obviously the season ones as well.
So I was looking at the pop report to see like what are people besides me submitting,
Yeah.
and a lot of the moving cards are getting submitted.
Uh huh.
Like very
Yep.
sneaky. Savor the W. I know the fish stick one has look. If fish stick's got 8 submitted.
Fish stick that boy slept on, super slept on. Fish
Yeah,
stick
fish
is
sticks
another
is slept on.
super
My
slept
bad.
on. Uh yeah, Richard. I was saying I think that the one that you graded yourself, I think AIM is the one that got a 10 unless you named him the card already.
See, I don't know how I feel about the sticker cards. I still don't know how I feel about that. You collect those,
What
right?
what the
The
sticker? I love
stickers.
this. I love the sticker card.
I like how they.
Love them.
I like how some of them look.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'm
Yeah,
conflicted.
I love them a
I feel
lot.
like I'm missing an opportunity there.
I have well over 200 stacked aside.
Do you plan to
just
get them graded?
down super down the road. It's those I mean the centering on those are very interesting. The surface is the major problem. But I did get the Black Knight already. Like obviously Drift is in that set. When I try to complete my Drift set, that's probably the first time I'm gonna send some of those
So
in.
when you want to complete a set, you consider the stickers as if you don't have the stickers, you don't have the full set.
Yeah, so Drift is gonna be that one. So obviously Lux wasn't in every set. Drift is the card that I am going to try to complete in everything. Like I want to complete Drift from top to bottom. So he's
Because
in
you already have Lux from top to bottom, right?
right for as whatever she has besides the Brazil Hollow and the Brazil base. I have Lux in everything.
I might have to get. I mean, I'm sure the stickers are pretty cheap right now, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, those dollar store packs came in clutch. I was just picking up the whole joint, just buying that, and then I probably had about five of those stashed to the side at that time, just ripping them.
So
And that was while I
everyone's
was waiting for my
everyone's big into the
NOR.
loading screens.
Hmm.
I'm
Loading
trying to
screens,
get. I
loading
should
screens,
probably
my
get a
favorite.
PSA 10 set of all of it.
100.
I mean, I
That's
have the
that.
Rocket Ride. The Rocket Ride is like my favorite one. Um, but the Mech Team Leader,
Hmm.
those ones are pretty cool too.
So the thing is that's interesting is low key. The loading screen set is like its own thing within the set, and I can only see it as a complete set. If like I only see it like I want to see somebody complete that set in the PSA 10, which
So, like,
seems like
I have it in my little frame
yeah,
over there.
exactly. The way you have
It
it
is
in there,
nice.
it's like you see it as a complete set. It's one of those. I think that's the dope thing about it. And I think this time is interesting. We're talking about reloaded. We're talking about the stickers. We're not even factoring in that stickers came out each year. So stickers came out 2019, 2020, and 2021. So those have their own sets within itself. We're talking about the whole. I think Fortnite being on pause has brought the true appreciation of all the sets that have came out, and I think that's going to be a little bit more noticed over the next couple months as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
Don't hit
like
him.
people are saying, it's gonna be interesting over the next few months. Like, see how many
Yeah,
people stick around.
yeah.
Um, I mean, we try to keep it going with the show, right? We
Mhm.
try to build the community and talk
Yep.
about it, get everybody hyped back about the cards. But we're gonna lose some people along the way
Oh, for sure.
until new sets come out. Like, we've seen it already since we started the show. We've had
Mhm.
like regulars who've been in here every day, then they'll
Yep.
drop off, and then a few
Mhm.
months later they'll come back.
Yep.
Some of you guys have stuck through the entire time,
Yeah.
but it's like you're gonna see that, and the prices are gonna reflect that
Yeah.
until like a new set comes out or a movie or something happens,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna flood the market again.
And it's gonna feel to us. I'm talking about the community that's here, and even the community that's in the Facebook group. When that happens, when it's gonna feel like a panic to them, and we're gonna be
Mhm.
so relaxed because I think if you're collecting throughout these ups and downs, even if you don't have all the cards you want, you feel a sense of comfort because you didn't miss anything. You may have missed out on an auction that you wanted to win and didn't get the card that you wanted, but it wasn't like it was a out of because when you miss it as in like being out of sight, out of mind, it feels
Mhm.
different because you be like, man, if I was paying attention, I could have. But just losing the auction feels different. You just know you took a L. And that's kind of the difference of
Yeah,
the two.
I hate losing auctions,
Yeah,
especially
yes,
when they're like cheap ones. I've missed a couple of the focuses and kunos and stuff like that.
yeah,
Um,
Richard. Appreciate that.
yeah, Richard,
Yes.
you're always here like every time, so
Listen,
we appreciate
we
so
appreciate
does a
that.
lot of these
Yeah.
people though. You know,
Yes.
we appreciate all you guys. The
Even,
community is really growing for us for
yeah.
TA.
Yes.
Um, like we mentioned the forum, you guys are putting your
Yeah.
top 50 in there. I think we're all building a better collection.
Yes.
Like I know a lot of people come here to get our insights, but we get insights from you. That's why we ask you
Yep.
guys questions and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like we didn't know about the back bling for focus, right?
No, I
Which is pretty
definitely missed
cool.
that.
So like that's why this community is so great, and I want us to keep doing that.
It's gonna be and like Dylan said, it's gonna be interesting to see how people's collecting habits change because me and Dylan talk every Friday, so y'all hear how ours change. Like, because that's the
Hmm.
thing. I told people what I say, hold it with a grain of salt when it comes to how I'm gonna collect because mine's change all the time. Not change as in like what I'm collecting, but how
Hmm.
I'm collecting. It changes all the time. Like
Yeah.
my pivot is just like, yo, I'm like, dang, I'm about to get on here this week and say this again. They're gonna be like, yo, he contradicts himself every single week.
Right.
But it's just something happens and it just alters everything. It's just one of those things
Well, that's the
that's the
same thing with
beauty
like
of
the
it.
Panda team leader. So when they took the
Yeah,
helmet off, the first thing I did was go on eBay to see if that 9.5 was still available
yeah,
at $200.
yeah,
And it wasn't. It ended. I don't know if someone bought it or they just took it down.
yeah,
I was like, dang,
for sure.
that
Cause
was like
like
my chance to get that skin.
that's the worst feeling too.
But that's what happened to the pump because no one was
Yeah.
buying it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on my watch list, and when I
Mhm.
have the funds, I might take a stab at it. And the same thing happened to the pump, and then eventually it got bought, and I was like, dang, now it won't pop up again.
Yeah, that was one of my and it's not as big of a regret now because it's different times, but I did use a pump hollow in a trade, and I'm convinced that pump. Matter of fact, I gotta ask that person did it get a 10. I'm almost positive that pump was a 10. Now I have to
Mhm.
check after this live, but that was a small regret, not a major one. I don't usually regret cars that I sell, but just when you as you think back on certain things you do with trades and selling for that matter, it's
When
always
I sell
interesting.
something, I try to get like it's out of my mind. It's gone.
You
I
gotta hate it
try.
for a little bit.
You
You gotta hate
do.
it. You gotta hate it for a little bit.
I mean, I've
That is
sold
the
some
way.
stuff that I've regretted.
Hey,
Yeah, do
young
you
hobo. There
like
you
the merch
go.
hobo?
THG, we appreciate it, bro. Merch is here.
Yeah, we have them. You know, I should pull one out to show you guys
Merch
real quick.
the merch is
Like,
here. The merch is here. the next phase of THG. Y'all know how I feel about t-shirts, so this is a new rendition for us. We're gonna be doing a lot when it comes to that. Connecting to the hobby and everything like that. So this is gonna be fun.
So we're going to be going to the national, and so we're like, we need some teas, like so we
Yeah,
can all show up to, looking fresh and like rep the brand.
there you
So we
go.
have this, and then we actually have custom hem tags at the bottom. Let me see if the light
Let's-
will.
Hold on,
1 second.
escape the loop.
So it has a custom hem tag at the bottom. So let's see.
A couple metaphors mixed into that.
Sorry for the lighting. So we'll probably have these available on the website at some point
Yeah,
for people to show their support for the show. If you guys want a T-shirt, let us know if
yeah,
that's something you guys are interested in. I'm super happy with it. It came out really, really nice.
great t-shirt. Feels really good.
Yeah, it does feel really good. It's like one of my favorite teas now.
Yeah, MC, we got a similar collecting habit when it comes to t-shirts. I peeped that. T-shirts is everything. Well, I call them tees. I
Well,
I've been
we
saying,
all know that Rob loves his teas. Always showing up
man,
here.
come on, bro. I got like a archive.
I'm sure. I don't even know how you keep track of all your teas.
You gotta store them a certain way, so they're stored in sections, and then you
now,
just put
now
it.
so you collect teas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So do you like collect them in like a certain way from your other clothes, or are they just all mixed in with your regular
Nope,
clothes?
it's just mixed
So like
in.
if
It's
you bought Fortnite merch, you don't separate it.
no, it's all together.
It's all
It's all
mixed
to,
in.
it's all together. It's worn the same way. It's worn. It's washed. It's like the thing is, if I'm gonna buy Fortnite merch, it takes me a long time because I have to want to wear it. I'm not gonna. I don't collect tees and like store them away, like package
Hmm.
them up. Like I have to want to wear it, and then when down the road when it's vintage, they're taking it off of somebody that actually wanted to have that and wear it down the, because
Yeah.
that's gonna be a thing. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Will we have hoodies? Probably eventually. Right
Yes.
now, we just have the tees. I only
Yes.
ordered I think we only ordered 50 of them.
Yeah. 50.
So we have a really small batch right now.
Yeah.
But eventually we'll probably go to hoodies because I love hoodies. Like I wear hoodies all the time.
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
hoodie's gonna be I have some
Hoodie.
other designs too, but
Oh no, that's the designs is gonna be uh
mm,
evergreen. Put it
yeah,
that way.
evergreen. So
Yeah.
we'll see how these do. I'll probably get them up on the website at some point. Probably before the national in case you guys want to buy them and wear them there.
Yeah.
Because we
That
are going to try to meet up, right? I think
yes.
a lot of
Yes.
us going to try to meet up.
Yep.
Right
Of
now we're
course.
sticking with black, but
Yeah.
we'll
But we're gonna have a lot to
yeah.
offer. I think it's a great way to show the Fortnite collecting hobby and just THG in general, separate as a brand as well. It's sticker. Don't say that because I've been trying to hold back on the hats because I don't know how many people wear them. This
Yeah,
man,
that was like when we were talking about the merch. It was like his first thing. He's like, "I gotta look up the
look,
snapbacks." I was like,
and I'm picky.
he's
So
very picky.
very picky. It has to be a certain because I worked in a hat store for 3 years, and when a hat just don't look good on you, it just don't look good on you. There's nothing you can do about it. It's either looks great or stupid. There's no in between with hats. T-shirts you can get away with it. Hoodies, jackets, hats it either looks good or it doesn't. So I got y'all. When that comes out, I'll make sure that it is the proper hat.
That's all in his hands. I don't
Okay.
wear hats, so
Yeah.
I stay away from
That's
that
that's
outlet.
that's right now. That's right now. You know, as your daughters get older, you're gonna have to get a backwards hat. Maybe a tattoo on that arm right there, and
I
you'll
want to
you'll
get
be
a
good.
tattoo. The thing is, I have no idea what tattoo to get. I'm not gonna get THG on there just yet, but
There you go.
um, you gotta be picky with hats. I mean, Rob would know. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen him without a hat.
No, no, a lot of people haven't. This is my uniform, bro.
It's your
If you
uniform.
if you see me without a hat, you know me very, very well. Or you see me at church. Either one.
Wait, Lane, who hit you up?
Kari, a beanie works.
I'd wear a beanie.
I do both. Yes, I
I'd
do
wear a
both.
beanie. I just don't wear caps, I
I
guess.
live in I live in Buffalo, so if I don't wear beanies, I'm losing my mind.
And aura, aura. I don't think I can get aura tattooed.
Didn't he say a trucker hat? He didn't say nothing about a tattoo, bro.
No, trucker tat.
Oh, trucker tat. I was like, oh, you already trying to get her tatted? I thought he said a
No.
trucker.
Matching tats at the National? No, no.
Yes, no,
Rob, do you have hair?
yes, I'm not bald. I promise. I
I
that
think the
is
stream wants you to take your hat off.
that's not happening. But
You said
maybe
that's not happening.
but I am not bald. I promise. That is probably the least of my worries.
Wait, I miss who Lane was talking about here. Who
Let
hit
me
you up
check.
on Fortnite is not a TCG, but it tries best to do a feature. Did I miss something?
I'm trying to see. Wait, I don't
Daniel, what the heck? Lane,
know.
who are you talking about? You see
No,
that? You see that? You gotta let it breathe, Rob. You gotta let it
I got a
breathe.
beard. I'm not worried about going bald, bro.
He
Nah,
said
I'm
he's not
good.
worried about going bald. He'll just wear his hat the whole time.
Nah, yeah, nah. My hair is it breathes, but it breathes when I'm going to the gym,
Oh, okay.
when I'm at home with the fam. But this is my uniform, bro. This is who I've been since I was 18, right here.
I figured that's what you're talking about, Warfighter. I do want to stay married, so that's probably gonna be a no go for me. That also might be a little too wild. I'm a little
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know if I'm that crazy.
Nah,
I'm.
that's.
You said live.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kari talked about the gym rate. That was a Kari. Kari sent that to you, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I just
Yeah.
been busy with work. I haven't even looked at it
So
fully. But we had to shout out because
I
it
can
came
send it.
from somebody, right?
I think Kari talked to gym rate. You talked to gym rate. One of the one that was running the Instagram, right, Kari, or whatever it was. Oh, a mullet. Yo, get hype. I might have to get a mullet.
You're gonna get a mullet.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get my hair dreaded and mullet style. Is that what Patrick Mahomes have? Close to it.
I swear I had to see you without a hat now.
I got
Let
you.
me see if I can find this list.
Oh God, no, I haven't. I haven't rocked a. What did I did a mohawk in high school for the basketball season one time. I am glad that's not a thing anymore for me. That is.
All right,
I got
so
a mullet.
oh, this is cool. So this comes from. I should pull up his website too. So GymRate on Instagram and also gymrate.com.
Yeah.
These are the PSA. He does PSA grading trends,
Mhm.
and we got the grading for Fortnite cards. This is all Fortnite cards, right?
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
since 2021,
Yep.
and you can kind of see like how much it's going. It was 245, went up to almost 400, back down to 200.
And
This
it,
is month by month.
and what was so interesting about this, I'm glad Kari sent this, is because this is what I remember when we was talking about how I always said I don't believe the market is correct until the graded cards come in there. This is what we used to talk about a while back on even when I was doing the Wednesday lives on Instagram. At the time, so when Kyrie sent this, you see this in October of 21, it was 245 cards graded that month. And around that time, there was raw cards that was going. Drift went raw in July of 21 for 1,500. Omega went raw live in 21 for 1,200. Valkyrie 800 and Forcer. And this was a whole bunch of different cards. Matter of fact, I'll send this to Dylan to put on the screen right now. But that's why
Is
when
it
I was
is it blurry for anybody else? It's blurry for Sticker. Is it blurry for you, Ron?
no, not for me, but I think we got a different
Me stop sharing and share again.
Warfighter business in the front, hoodie in the back. Yeah, mullets. Yeah. I think you got a good
But
quarterback if you got a
let
mullet
me know
too.
if this is better Sticker. But wow, it's 3,500 cards were graded in September of 2022.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
insane. That must have been because of the backlog.
But that's what remember because that's what we were talking about. Is although the prices are lower than it
Mm-hmm.
was during that era, it also people had opportunities for raw cards and cards are sitting at PSA. when cards entered the market again, those original buyers that was waiting for it, they got it, and then the market corrected because
Mhm.
I think sometimes we forget about buyer pools. We were just talking about it like 10 minutes ago. Yes, a card can be great, but how many people are really willing to go the extra distance to pay for that card? When it comes to a 10, when it comes to a 9, and when those cards came back, when you have it authenticated and it's a 10, those numbers shoot up high, and those next
Mhm.
five will shoot up high, and then it corrects after that. And I think that's where we are now. Obviously, you see 2000 was graded. So it's just it ebbs and flows. I think that's the interesting part about it. The fact that people were paying so much back then for raw cards, and now you see where it's at now. It's pretty
And
dope to see.
this is a lot of graded cards here.
A lot of graded cards.
This is a lot of graded cards for I mean, there's not that many shards and stuff like that, so
Uh-huh.
that's a lot right there.
Uh-huh.
Now, I know a lot of those are gonna be hollows and stuff, but this is also just PSA. You know, we don't ever talk about like BGS,
Well, can't freaking get
CGC.
into
Like
it.
I've seen so many people sub with CGC lately.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are subbing with CGC.
If we could have somebody that consistently use BGS to give us some screenshots on a, from here and there on a week to week basis, or when we need it, that would really help a lot. When it comes to BGS, I know SGC is pretty easy to get into.
Yeah,
Uh,
SGC is super
but
easy.
to just for me personally, PSA is just a little bit more fluid than the other markets. I mean, the other graders, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean PSA just has a more like I don't want to say up to date website, just more professional, more
Mm,
clean. SGC is pretty up there too,
yeah,
but it's not as like high. It's not as I don't want to say modern. It's not as like PSA is like full on business. Like they're like
yes,
a grown company. Like
yeah.
SGC is still like a lot
A-
smaller in terms of
And
business size.
and the truth is, with all of their flaws, the Darth Graders, with all of the flaws of that, the thing is they have a set registry. They have collectors that's doing sets, and so they do have to consistently stay on top of those things at least. I will never disagree that there is some people got hit pretty hard. Some people get 29s. Things get rough sometimes, but but overall, I think that business wise, it's pretty I do enjoy PSA for that.
Yeah, I mean I'm not mad at
Doesn't make it
them.
right. I just think that their business. I enjoy the things that they do right. If that makes sense. I guess
So
that's the best way to explain it for me.
back to the Darth Vader, like, I'm one of the people who's, like who does not give into conspiracy theories. Like, when everyone panics or everyone says, "This is the hard card to pull," I'm one of the people who's like, I don't really believe in that too much. I don't give
Yeah.
that much weight, I should say. Now, I've seen so many posts in the Facebook group
Hmm.
about getting 9s for all these
Yeah.
different cards, and so I'm starting to lean over to that conspiracy part where, like, they really not letting no 10s through. Um, I don't know. I mean,
Should yeah.
it's
I mean, it for me is I don't know. I guess when it comes to grading, uh, you kind of
can can we see this? Um, it'd be interesting to see how many 10s versus like the gym rate per month. This is graded during the month. Like, what was the gym rate?
right.
Like, has the gym rate gone down or up? That would be interesting to see.
Yeah. Because what we do know for sure is that the people that have gotten hired over the past year and a half has been dramatic. Like it's probably been a
Mm-hmm.
lot. We know that for sure. So I think a lot of that does. So to go to the side of there's a lot of PSA nines, and let's say they're wrongfully graded. Let's say some of them are PSA tens. I think that plays into it, and I don't know is that wrong or right. Probably wrong, but that's kind of how it goes.
Oh, Kari said that he asked him about that because that would be kind of interesting to see. Like, if like if the rate was like 60% gems and then down here it's like 10% gems, that'd be kind of
By
interesting.
the way, he does interviews. So if y'all want us to possibly interview him, if he has a good amount of interview, I watched a couple of his interviews. So if he does do that, uh, hit him up and tell him to interview with us. That'll be great. That'll be a fun interview.
Again, the website is gemrate.com.
Yep.
Wow, he tracks a lot of stuff.
This is stuff people like too. So
Hmm.
I think it would be a very valuable one. Obviously, we have a whole bunch of collectors stuff come out. We did do our next interview. Uh I'll be getting to editing that next week, so that'll be fun. Great collector there. I think it's a lot of information for people that may want to diversify their collecting or investing portfolios, whatever way you view it. Should be a great one.
Wow, look at how many. Look at the drop off. Oh wait, this is March, and this is a. Oh, never mind. Take that back. No drop off.
No drop off.
This is March. So this tall
That's
one's
right.
March.
Yeah.
It's still going up. The amount
Yeah.
of cards, like, and when is it still 20? Because there's the big influx of cards for grading,
Yeah.
and they're still going up.
Hmm.
1.2 million a month now.
Yo, sticker. That's actually funny. If Kari was the Darth Grader,
I was wondering, like, what if someone is grading the cards?
yo, it's like, yeah, that's funny.
Like, how do they do that? Like, are you allowed to grade cards if you're a collector?
I have no every. I'm not gonna lie. Now that is one thing that I'd be confused about because every time I read the collectors magazine that you get in every month for the
Hmm.
like, I'm like, I just don't know how you separate it. And I,
Yeah.
obviously the people that's in there, they're
So,
not graders, but still.
so the guy that has the Kuno, right? And he sends me, and I send in 20 Kunos, right? And this guy's like, "Oh, I have a 10. I have one of the only two tens. You know what? 9999999." Next day, he lists it for 2,500 as a 10. I mean,
Yo,
I'm not a
that's
conspiracy person, but that's
Dylan like
possible, I guess,
that's
right?
my 10.
What's stopping them? What's stopping them?
Yo, watch next week, y'all. He gonna message me like, I'm 100% convinced that's my 10. That's yo, that is funny, bro. Nah, it's interesting. Yeah, yeah, Bob. Bob, I was talking about I was talking about when they do an employee what do you call the art? Let's just call it article. They do an employee article in the beginning of the magazine every month. That's the ones I was talking about. But even then, I was playing because the ones that they do the interviews on is usually presidents and people that's in the higher ups. They have nothing connected with grading. So that was more of a joke than anything.
There's been
Because where did I put it?
73,000 of this Charizard graded.
Yeah,
73,000. Wow.
yeah,
That's kind of insane. That's the 2021.
yeah. Like and yeah, like Bob, like I'm always interested. Like if you live like so, for instance, hypothetically speaking, if you live like an hour away from PSA and you've been a collector for like years, let's just say you're and like, can you do that job authentically as a collector? Like, and
I mean,
how is the briefing with it? Like, how do like it's like okay, if I collect Fortnite cards and I'm talking about this in my interview, right? Are they going to keep me as far away from Fortnite as possible? And this, I just don't know how it happened. I don't know how it works. I'm very interested in that.
yo, look at this. 32,000 graded, only 25 gems.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Derek Jeter, 21 graded out gems out of 22,000. Holy moly.
Yeah, sticker. They probably got like a PSA agent that like scours your social media and check everything under the rocks to make sure you don't collect those cards.
So look at this gem right here. Charizard Hollow, 455 gems out of 45,000 graded.
That's the 10%.
I mean, I think that's what Reloaded is going to be like.
Like
Actually, I
1%.
don't even know if we'll ever see 45,000 graded, but I mean, I guess it's possible with how easy to pull. I just don't know if there's that much product out there for there to be 45,000 graded.
Yeah, no, Bob. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is in the interviews when you're talking about your favorite cards, I wonder how they like, and what you collect. I wonder how they handle those things. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to bookmark this. This is crazy good information Jim Ray has here. Let me go to his Instagram.
Yeah, I remember when he did a when Jim Ray did an interview with Tigers with Lucas Tigers and Bronze, that podcast. I enjoyed that interview a lot because he gave a lot of great information and he debunked a lot of things as well. So that was a great one. Those numbers is
Wow, Beckett
crazy.
is that low.
And people be like, "Yes, they're so nice. They're so." Of course, it's very is mom and pop versus corporate. That's the way I see it, and that's not a knock. It's just what it is. Yeah, but yeah, Bob, I agree. It has to be very difficult.
Wow, no wonder. I guess I was right. People are using CCG a lot
Yeah,
or
that's a
CGC.
yeah
Which one are they using for Fortnite cards? What's the branding for it?
CGC.
CGC.
Yep. Yeah, Bob, for sure. And it doesn't mean you gotta support the mom and pops as well. You know what I mean? Because I think that if you're especially if you're on the collecting side, it's no reason not to go with SGC in that standpoint. I mean, especially if it's a long term hold, the slabs look amazing. Um, but
I mean,
yeah,
I like both. It's hard.
yeah.
For me, it's like a price point thing.
Mhm.
Like if PSA wasn't cheaper, like them being cheaper than SGC, that's what really makes it hard for me to use it.
But
Use it.
and yeah, agree, Bob. Agree for sure. And it's one of those things that it's like I felt like a lot of people really lost sight that like I always say this that both SGC and PSA was recovering from the pandemic. I think a lot of those was the balancing factors. But one thing I can never discredit, SGC did amazing during the pandemic. We have
Hmm.
to always give them credit for that. They stood 10 toes down, they plowed through it. And obviously the numbers is different, but the fact that they stayed open, especially with all the slab companies that came out during that time, SGC did do really well.
I mean, looking at the sales, I mean they're doing almost 1 million in 2022
Yeah,
cards graded. That's a lot of freaking
that's a lot.
cards.
That's a lot of cards.
Granted, PSA did 11 million. That's
But almost hitting a million is still crazy.
yeah, hitting a
Yeah,
million cards out there. That means there's 1 million collectors,
yeah.
give or take. I mean, I know people will sit in more than that, but
And then also is like Harry said, yeah, BGS is definitely my favorite slab, for sure. I've always said that. I think that we didn't talk about it. I think them going back to the drawing board,
you know
risky
what?
but respectable.
You talking about BGS?
Yeah.
No, I
It
think I think those guys have no idea what they're doing.
I
I think no, they have literally no. It's like there's no one working their marketing or their branding. It's like how can you say, "Hey, we're doing this," and then people are like, "We don't like that." They're like, "We were just kidding. We're not really doing that." And then you release
gotcha.
something else, right?
Yeah,
And then they said, "We just took feedback and we decided we're not doing that no more." It's like, what the heck are you doing?
yeah,
It's like they get immediate backlash and they give up so easily. Like
yeah.
they need to have a little bit of confidence in their decisions.
I do agree with that because if I'm being honest, they messed up pretty bad in the aspect of to what you're saying, right? Like you said, either stand on that or if you wanted to adjust, I don't think they could adjust with the scale that they had. You get what I mean? Like
Hmm.
those 310s were so confusing. And what's a 9.5? I just think
It's
that
just
I
It's
don't know.
like
That
if
was
they're gonna
interesting.
do it, okay, let's see what you're gonna do. What's your strategy? What's your plan? Go forward with it. Don't release something and see a whole bunch of comments online
Yeah.
and then just backtrack.
Pop it did,
Um,
I'm not gonna lie.
wait,
the way
I
you
don't
did
understand.
the way you described the way you described BGS when it came to like the marketing and the rollout and the pullback.
Hmm.
Obviously, we never had the pullback with Panini Fortnite, but just more so of exactly what was going on. Yeah, that was Panini Fortnite a little bit for sure.
I don't know. It's just the way BGS handled it was just insane.
Yeah,
Like I've never seen them. I've never seen a company completely change what they were
yeah,
doing one day after reading comments on Instagram.
yeah. That was
They saw all
and
these comments on Instagram, and the next day they released a thing saying, "Sorry, we're not going to do that."
Well, you know what it was? It's because it was coming from it wasn't just the mass speaking. You know what I mean? Like if it was just us that's not heavy BGS collectors, they would have been
Mhm.
like, whatever. It was their customers. And that's what I was saying. I'm like, but how do their customers feel about this? Like their loyal customers, is no way they're okay with that. And especially from what I seen before we started talking about, it, I'm like, it's no way. So that was very interesting.
Yeah, and it's like I like the slabs too. They are thick,
Yeah,
but
the slab.
they're nice slabs.
Mhm.
I don't know what they're doing. It's just like make a decision.
Yeah.
You're running a business here into the ground, but you're running a business.
Bowser Strike One was the slab last year. Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Well,
know
they
because
they lied and tried to play it off. They said, "Oh, we
yeah.
weren't saying that's the new slab. That wasn't what we were saying. Are you kidding?"
Yeah.
They literally redesigned it and tried to show it off, and they got bad feedback, so they backpedaled and tried
Yeah.
to play it off. And
Yeah.
then they did the same thing again. They have like
It
no, for
it's
the
like
lack of,
the
no, I'm not gonna say it. I don't know.
it's I mean, I think that if uh I will say to help them a little bit, if any time is now, at least they didn't try to go 3 months in and then renege on it. That would have been terrible. That's when it would have been bad.
Yeah,
It's bad now, but that would have been terrible.
yeah. It makes, I don't know. I don't use them. I'm definitely not gonna use them now. I would be scared to send something in. You know what I mean? Like you can't like they've kind of lost their like you don't know if you can believe what they say now.
We're okay. You know what really confused me about it, and this is not even nitpicking. What I was confused about is what those 6 months would have been like, because you would have had people that's just naturally subbing, then you would have had
Mhm.
people that's resubbing, then you would have people that crack their slabs to resub because they could possibly get a 10 and not a 9.5. It would have been a disaster, an absolute
Like Bob
disaster.
said, like who's in charge here? Like
Yeah, yeah, that would have been
I mean, it's like it's not like this came out of the blue, right? Obviously,
yeah,
they've been trying to think of a strategy to keep their
yeah.
business and improve, and you spend all that time to come up with a grading scale, and then you
It
backtrack the next day. You got to put a little bit more effort into that.
From my perspective, it seemed like too many minds was in that room. Like it, whatever they did, it probably should have been a little bit more concise. Because there's no way you get 3 tens out of a room that way. Like that grading scale confused me so much. Like even after we did the live, I looked back at
Yeah,
it. I was like, I can't wrap my mind around this.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. I know there's a lot of fanboys in our chat for BGS. I don't.
And which I get. That's why when we did it last week, I'm like, what do y'all feel about this? Because if you are a fan that's consistently subbing, where does like your whole collection fall into that? Because if you have a 9.5 that was on the brink of a possible 10, now you're resubbing, and does it qualify for that 10 based off of what we've seen? Is it still a 9.5? It was
I
a lot
just
that
feel
went into
like
that.
it's not investment advice, but like from an investment point of view,
Yeah,
right? It's kind of hard to put your faith into a company, right? Like they're messing up their branding. They're like untrustworthy. Now I'm not saying they grade bad because they're no,
right.
they're pretty harsh on grading,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
You
but
can't
like
get too much better than that.
yeah, but they're ruining their reputation and their brand, which is going to hurt your investment long term.
Especially when they were the reputation.
They
BGS
were
was
the
number
reputation.
yeah, BGS was it for a while.
But when you go back on your word multiple times
Mhm.
at the flip of a coin, then what
Yeah,
do you do?
yeah. Because I think as a fan of the slabs and somebody that and the collectors that's actually consistently subbing, I would have been furious, bro. Because like
Mhm.
what do I do with what I just and it was people that just got cards back, like opened that day. Like I was looking on Twitter, he's like, bro, I just opened my
Yeah.
boxes. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, so I felt bad for them. Hopefully whatever they do, they focus on the collectors they already have. Because that's the
Now,
important thing.
I know PSA, if they were thinking about doing like a pristine or if they were thinking about doing anything,
It's like
I know they're in the conference room taking notes like, "Oh,
yeah,
no, I'm so glad they did that first, and I'm not gonna do that."
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That means like your grading scale is kind of like that's a hard thing to change.
Because I even seen it was a whole conversation like 2 years ago about PSA coming out with like something that has like a gold or some form of a border to show that it's like a pristine. They would have went through this, and that would have been awful. There's just no way around it.
So you won't send anything if you don't think it'll at least get a 10?
Yeah,
Is that how you are too?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I
You
wait,
so
say it
you
again.
won't send in something that'll get like a 9?
Oh, me? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'll
I
send in something that'll get an 8, depending on what
yeah,
set it's
that's what I was
from.
asking.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I misread that. Yeah,
So Bob said that he'd only send stuff that gets a 10, that would get a 10.
but I
I
get
get
those.
that, I'm just saying,
Yeah, yeah. That's
for
not.
Fortnite, I feel like it's different because some of those cards are so rare.
And I guess it's also about what you have, because like for
Oh, are you
for
talking he might be talking about BGS specifically,
yeah, 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 yeah.
which might make
So
more sense.
yeah, so he's saying that card has to be
Because
top
like, I guess
notch
you're
to
looking
send
for,
it.
like, that BGS 10 or the black label.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I mean, that makes sense.
yeah. No,
I thought you
I
meant,
get
like,
it.
grading in general because I'll send in 9s all day, even 8s, to be
Hmm.
honest. That's why I send in most of my cards. I didn't even pay attention too much to them because, like, I want these graded, I
Yeah,
want
me
them in a
neither.
slab.
Yeah,
You know,
and
cards are more fun in a slab, in my opinion.
100. Yeah, I mean, yo, yeah, you
They're
know
more
what
fun
you
to look
got.
at.
You know what you got. You can pull them out. It's a lot more enjoyment with that.
See, people keep saying Series 1 USA shards, but guys, Series 2 USA shards are freaking rare too. Those Series 3, I can kind of get it, but Series 2, people be forgetting how rare those are. I mean, go look
Yeah,
at
I
the
do.
top.
No, I do agree with Series 2. You can kind of treat the same way you do with it when it comes to Series 1 shower for sure.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
mean,
going
if it's a trash skin, okay, I get you.
right. Yeah,
But the same thing with Series 1 USA shards, like, I think some of those don't need to be graded. If
I
it's
think all
gonna
of them need to
if
be
it's not gonna
graded.
get a if it's not gonna get a high grade, because I see them on
No,
eBay for like $75 and people haven't touched them.
no, that's the one place I think all Series 1 USA showers should be graded. Every single one.
I'm not sitting in a if they're bad condition and it's a bad card.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like I think seven and
You're not gonna make it like, yeah, if you're gonna get like a
but
9, then
but
yeah,
even like okay, like for instance, it depending on who you talk to. Like so for me, a PC card for me is Maximilian, right?
yeah,
I don't know dang near anybody that collects Maximilian.
yeah.
But I have a Maximilian and a 7 as a placeholder. I have them at
Until
I
you
and I'll buy a 7. I'll buy a 7 in most cards, especially because it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, I know based off of how much time we spend in the market, I'll be able to get a 9. Don't know about a 10 eventually, but when it comes to like having the card, I just want to enjoy the card, especially at a 7. And the hard part is, especially with Series 1, is kind of one of those things where everything kind of matters in my opinion because of the time frame it comes from. That time frame it comes from,
no,
it was
yeah, I
a
get that. I
because
guess for me,
yeah,
I'm thinking for me personally,
yeah,
I wouldn't send it into grade unless it was one of my PC cards.
yeah,
But like if it wasn't a PC card and it was like a 9 or 10, I'm gonna send it into grade. But if it wasn't a PC card and it was less than like a 8 or 7, I'd
yeah,
probably just sell it or trade it, to be honest.
yeah. And yeah, like I agree. Like I'm on just group Bobs and Black Ashes together. I agree. Like I don't think you should rush to grade the lower end ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that down the road, if it's a like, so if you look at it and use like, that's a 7 or 8, there's no reason to rush to
Mhm.
grade that. That's one of the things where you maybe down the road you can grade it. But also on that side, if most set collectors collect a certain way, so it might be beneficial to keep it raw. It
That's
kind of
true.
it depends on how you look at it, really.
And I mean, I can't argue with you, Lane. Yeah, anything under
Yeah,
$100 for a Series 1 shard is a
for
steal.
sure.
Even if it's the dumb patty whacker, or
Yeah,
the lampshade.
that is crazy
What's the
because
worst shard in
the
Series
worst
1?
shard.
Is it the
Hmm.
lampshade?
Sure, let's go with that.
It's gotta be the lampshade or the six shooter.
Yeah, yeah.
The six shooter is horrible. I don't care what anybody says. I hate that weapon.
No, I was left with that a couple of times back in the day. That
Oh
train
my
is
gosh.
terrible.
If you play gun games, sometimes you get that
Gun
stupid
game.
weapon.
Oh my god, bro. What?
Freaking I mean, season 6 was my favorite season. I
Yeah.
loved Tilted Town. And you had that damn I just wanted the pump. I did not want the six shooter, but you always
Mm,
got it. It was
yep. Yeah, Bob. I agree with this 100%.
yeah. I mean,
He
yeah, I mean, of course, there you go.
yeah. He said for low end, I typically wait for someone else to grade and just buy it for cheap and down the road
Well, yeah,
might
because
just
you
sell
have
it,
to think
trade it
about, like,
off.
the grading
Yep.
costs, you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yep.
That's why I'm saying, like, grading them, like, is a Series 1 crappy PSA 7, I don't know, 6 shooter ever gonna be worth more than $125?
Maybe, but it'd be a long time from now.
Right? You know what I mean? So, like, is that worth grading? I don't know. I don't know.
And I guess it's like because another thing that I think a lot of times a lot of conversations come into like sales, but trading wise, it's a those type of cards are great to throw on top just to round out a trade,
Yeah,
especially
that's
depending
true.
on what type of trades you're doing. Is one of those
Throwing in
things
a
that
Series 1 USA shard can help
e-
ease any kind of
easy
transaction.
anything, bro. It's just
Yeah,
like all
that's
right,
true.
yeah,
That's
like
true.
so it's
That's some legit strategy right there,
like you
guys. So if you wanna
just
get
throw
a
it on
deal
top.
through, just throw in a Series 1 USA shard. That's all you gotta do.
You want me to be honest?
It's easy.
I've gotten caught with that on the other. I was on the end of just throwing a
Yeah.
series one shard in there, and I fell
Mhm.
for it every time, and I know I was falling for it. Yeah, I'll take it. Why not?
See, I agree. I mean, to an extent.
What
Besides, for me, the only ones I ever care about is the hunting rifle and the pump and I guess the clingers.
can I would okay.
Like the
I
6 shooter, I could care less about.
well
I think where it's accurate is when like Rob's gonna be like, but if you're set collecting the weapons,
no,
that makes sense.
I agree with you. Was gonna go on the front of. I'm confused of why they picked the guns they did and weapons they
Oh
did.
yeah.
I just don't under the pump, the tac,
They closed
the
their
hunting
eyes and
rifle.
they
Yeah,
randomly
just like
chose.
just chose. Yeah, because I'm telling you, if I had to pick off the top of my head,
Oh wait, let me see how close I am. I already have mine. How many are you
uh,
doing? How many are you
I'm gonna do
doing?
five. I'm gonna do five.
I'm gonna do 5
I'll
for
do five.
okay.
I'm gonna take the pump is already in there, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hand cannon or desert eagle, depending on how you whatever one you call it.
Interesting.
I'm
Interesting.
gonna go. I'm gonna go scar. I'm gonna
Not
go.
the AR guys, but the scar
Yeah, the
specifically.
scar. Yeah, the scar specifically. I'm going to go semi-auto. No, I'm gonna go heavy sniper. Heavy sniper. I'm gonna go heavy sniper.
Okay.
Heavy sniper. Then I'm gonna go for that's a personal one. I like the sting. I like the stink bombs back in the day. I'm not gonna put the stink bombs on.
What? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That when it first came out, that was fun. It kind of falls in the same category as Klinger. Dang, off the top of my head, I got to think of two more. Let me think of two
Alright,
more.
I'll take as mine. I'm gonna just say pump.
Boogie bomb is a good one.
Alright, pump, hunting
Mm-hmm.
rifle, heavy sniper, boogie bombs, flintlock, and then the
Flint Knock's a
tack.
great one. Okay, no, take those. Take the tag
I
and
don't
then
like
that,
the tack. I just think it would have made a good set because people were either tack or pump.
but leave them in there. So add
Yeah,
two
so I
more.
want them in there.
So
Oh,
take
leave two
yep,
more in there.
yeah, put two in there as in because since the hunting rifle and attack is already in there, just leave it in the set and add two more. I'm trying to
All
think of
right,
what the heavy sniper, the scar, and the hand cannon has to be in there for me. I
I'm
can
gonna go
think
with the rocket launcher
okay,
and
based off a moment, double pistol was a moment. When the double pistol first came out, that was a moment. I,
slurpfish would be the other one for
oh,
me.
surface would be fun,
That
but
would be a good card.
for series one though. But
Yeah.
technically, it could have made it if you think of
When
right.
did the slurpfish come
That was
out?
series. That was chapter two. That was like chapter two, season two. Was it chapter two season? No, it might have been. It was either chapter two, season two, or chapter two, season one.
Chapter 2, season 1.
Yeah. So it could have been.
There was no chapter 2 skins in series 1?
I don't think so.
How can we figure this out? Oh, I know. Let's go to fortnitecards.com.
Double pistols was Flintlock is a great one. Chug Jug. Oh
Flintlock is
shoot.
good. I don't know about the double pistols one.
Bro, do you remember when the double pistols dropped oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, I remember when it dropped.
That's
I
uh
remember trying him out and like sucking with him. Yeah,
small shield.
there's no chapter 2 skins in here.
So Kyrie, either the small shields or the 50 pot would have been dope because of both what they represent. At the time it was only 50 pots and then the small shields come in. Preferably, I would have liked the small shells to be in there.
Like they chose the freaking med kit. I know we've talked about med kit. You guys like the med kit. That's just trash. Like, and what's with the
Oh
pickaxe?
wait, the pickaxes too. You have to have the Reaper axe should have been in one.
If the Reaper was in there, that would be a
Yeah.
fire card.
Yo, that would have been.
I use that pickaxe all the time. Or the freaking wait, is this you know the one with the pencil?
Yeah, yeah, John Wick's
Yes,
one.
and they did
Yeah,
one with the pencil, or they did one with the plunger and the sword.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, come on, there's so many good ones, and you're all like who at Panini thought that anybody would want the exercise equipment on the pickaxe? Out of
Icebreaker was a
all the
great one.
crazy pickaxes they had to choose from, they said, let's go with the exercise equipment
Yeah,
or this. I don't even know what this is. This
that's funny.
black one here. Like what? They really dropped the
What's
ball.
this? What is this? Hold on, what is?
A campfire would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of dope.
Oh, sticker said the superheroes ice has been getting stolen. I agree. I agree. Those superhero ones is gonna come in clutch down the road. Doesn't mean they're gonna shoot up in crazy price, but they're definitely gonna be
Yeah, they're definitely interesting.
lightweight.
Like
They Bob, that's funny.
lightweight, but
Coleman, Ronnie Coleman, that's funny.
yo, my friend just he just popped one of his tendons trying to max out lifting weights.
Dylan, we gonna go to the gym and
Mm,
come on, bro, get on the bench press.
I just told you my friend just like popped a muscle on his arm.
Okay, but that's when it's
I'm
heavyweight.
scared for life now. I can't do that now.
The Ronnie Coleman reference was perfect, Bob.
I
Yo,
mean, if I mean, I no, I can't do
no,
bench press.
you know you can, you got this,
I'll do some jump ropes and some push ups. That's fine.
bro. What? No, you do the push-ups, then you get on the bench press. That's what we're gonna do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Push.
That's too
He
much.
said that's too much.
That's too much. I remember one time I was doing a bench press and then I went to play basketball like right after and like I was airballing everything. Like
Yo,
straight air I was like I'm never doing that again. Never doing it again.
Daniel, anything can happen when you lift the heavyweight, bro. That's for sure.
I'll bench press my Fortnite comic collection. How about that?
There, there you go. I mean, you're gonna be pushing some crazy weight if you do that.
Yeah, I mean I there's too many boxes to be honest.
Yo, we gonna put the 45s on there. Just with the you'll be good. You can bench press that.
45s.
You can bench press 135, bro.
No, yeah.
You can bench press 135.
We're not gonna get into it here on stream.
What? It's almost the second hour.
He's trying to throw me under the bus here.
No, you got that, bro.
What can the average male at 31 bench press?
Average one. I think average. Like if you never been to the gym, and I think 135 is. I think 135 is standard. I think that's good. Like now, if you're complete, like if you're completely out of the gym realm, maybe 115. But I think 135 is. I think 135 is good.
Oh,
That's what Richard. I know he got 135, right?
maybe I don't know. I've never bench pressed. I mean, I haven't done it in years. I think I
Yeah,
tried it once.
you got that. You got that.
I'm not a gym rat.
Yo, nah, leg days. Bob, I feel you on that. That leg day, man, waking up that next day, oh my goodness. You
So
know you
I've
did
gone and I
something though.
played basketball for like 5 hours straight, night after
Yeah.
night, and then I'll come home, my legs feel like jelly. But that's how I worked out. I don't do the whole list. I just run games back and forth, 5 hours straight.
So here it is. If we can find a gym when we go to the national, right? If you can't if you can't bench
I'm
if
not.
you can't if you no I'm on if you can't bench 115, you gotta give a
See,
kuno away.
see, look at this guy. Y'all see what he's trying to do to me, Kari? He's trying to put me on the spot.
No, listen, y'all. First of all, y'all act like y'all didn't go to high school. Y'all know this is how it went. They always challenge you. Then you got to do it. Then you pull it off. You good. You
So
be
isn't
alright
it like a percentage of your weight?
if you think of it that way. Put it this way: if you can lift your body weight, you're doing good. You're doing good. I think you can.
I mean, I can do a push up.
I can do a push up,
Isn't that the same thing as bench pressing?
Bob, I completely agree. That's Bob. That's what I'm trying to get him to understand. We got him though. We gonna get Dylan in rotation again.
See, like Kari said, I'm gonna get hurt. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to get hurt. I'm not,
But Kyrie, I ain't gonna let him. I'm gonna be a good. I'll be a good spotter for him. I promise.
Hmm.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay, okay.
Yes, but listen, and first of all, Dave, I'm not going to your other comment. You wild for that, but but
I mean,
yeah,
I
we
did
could.
go to Disney, and carry my kids. I carry my kids all the time, but
Okay, for
that's
me,
more like an endurance thing, not like
yeah.
a max weight kind of
So
thing.
the way I personally look at it, right, especially if you're starting off, you got to look at it as in life or death.
405 deadlift. Like,
That's it. Listen, there you go, Dylan. I think you got that. You can do 4 or 5. That's light work, right?
y'all crazy. I'm sick already, and you guys are giving me
Yo.
anxiety.
Oh no, Bob. Yo, Bob, do you be seeing the CrossFit memes? Dog, don't Drake be have to be dead.
We can do a CrossFit. Let's do a CrossFit podcast next.
There you go.
I appreciate you, Lance. I appreciate Lane. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
See, Lane, what Dylan don't understand is he can do it. He just hasn't tried yet.
Man, I haven't worked out in forever. Actually, I worked out the other day. We bought like a treadmill,
That's good.
and
Endurance, yep.
so my wife didn't have to like go out to the gym,
Yeah,
and so like I was like, all right, maybe I'll try it. I did
there
it
you go.
once, I did a little treadmill, but I gotta get back. I'm getting old.
Yeah,
From
them,
card heads to meat heads, card
there you go.
collectors. Why does everyone
What
say like meat heads, sneaker heads?
the well, when you no, I was about to make a joke, but I don't know what YouTube would say about that, so I'm not gonna make that one. But but I'll keep that tucked. I'm pretty sure it would have escaped the algorithm to some extent.
We'll see. We'll see about hitting a gym. There's probably gonna be a gym at the hotel.
Bro, if they got a bench press there, we good. That's all we need.
All right, I'm gonna have to like test this
he got
out.
the he got the cards on the treadmill. That's funny. Like that is it's a good top for
Now,
that.
do you take the cards off and use the treadmill, or is it like a table now? It's a
Yeah.
tape.
There you go. Yeah, we got
How
we
many
got.
slabs can you? How many slabs can you lift?
That's a good
That's a
question.
good question.
Yo, the Pelican cases get pretty heavy if you got enough slabs in there. So you
That,
might be
that's
able to do
true.
that.
That's true.
The stables.
He said it's a table. So like so my wife had the treadmill out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do two workouts at once. So I got the weights. I was going like this while I was walking.
All right, that's it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. We get Dylan to the gym. It's over.
Y'all gonna get me killed. Y'all
Bro,
gonna see me at the national just like wiped out on the floor. It's not gonna be good. It's not
nah,
gonna
I'm
be
not gonna
good.
lie. When you first get in the gym and you do that bench press and you do the shoulders and everything, that next day it's not too nice to you. It's not too nice.
No,
Yo,
not the
Richard,
weights while walking.
Richard, the weights while walking though.
I was trying to was it kill two birds one stone? I don't get enough time to be doing all these different like exercises and stuff. You know.
Yo, it take a hot. You could do 20 push-ups in what? I don't even know how fast can you do it. Dylan, you could do 20 push-ups in a good amount of time, bro. You got this.
And don't put me on the spot.
So,
I thought you
so
were about to say go do 20 push-ups and see how
no,
long
no,
it
no.
takes.
So here's the thing. This is beautiful. This is great marketing right here. So you see that T-shirt you got on? You gotta fill that T-shirt completely out.
We have to fill this T-shirt out.
Yeah,
Wait,
you gotta fill the T-shirt out, bro.
great. Okay, great. Y'all got me in trouble. My wife just texted me. She said you have the time to work out. Don't
And see,
front.
look at that. See, no cap, bro.
All right, all right, all right. We'll see. I ain't filling this T-shirt out. I'll try. That ain't gonna happen though.
Yo, damn, wow, bro. Nah,
Dude, he said
nah,
he's butt
bro.
naked in the sauna.
Bro, them gyms be wild with that, bro.
Who was
Especially,
it? Oh, you know who
especially the
was
old heads.
who was it that says they listen to our podcast while working out? Wasn't that my escape world. He said he works out while he listens to our podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's probably over there laughing. If he's listening now, he's probably bench pressing, laughing his ass off at us.
That's not an
Oh, using
ideal
no
place
toilet
to laugh,
paper.
I'll tell you that much.
Oh man, y'all wild. All right. Well, I don't know if you have anything
This
else.
last that's what I'm saying, last 20 minutes.
My voice is like shot, guys, because I'm sick and you guys are making fun of me, and I need to go work out.
I heard
So
listen, push-ups help that. It clear it right up, bro.
maybe it clears that up. I don't know about that. So I think we're gonna call it short 20 minutes today.
Yo,
Unless y'all got anything else y'all want to throw at us.
yeah, anything else? That was a good one.
Don't get me started about old people in the gym, man.
Bro, it is wild. Bro, okay, after this, we gone. But the craziest thing I ever seen, bro, was he was in the showers. He was like 80. He had the towel on his shoulder and nothing else on. Why did you put the towel on your shoulder, bro? Like, help me
I used to
understand. That
avoid the
don't make
freaking. I swear, I used to avoid the freaking locker room. To be honest,
see
it was just
that,
like,
bro. My main gym is impossible because you have to walk through there to get to the sauna. So
oh yeah.
it's a wrap.
I remember I went in there one time and I walked in, and then this dude walks in and he just puts his one leg up on like the bar stool. Nothing else, just puts one leg up there. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" It's like it ain't that serious, you know.
Yo,
Pain
yo,
is weakness leaving the body. I don't have any
damn,
weakness.
no
He
weakness.
benches like 30 pounds. You talking about me? Probably.
Nah, sticker. He got this. He got that. He got that 115 and
I
135.
can do 30 pounds with one arm. Come on, I know I can do that. That's not bad. 135 just seemed like a lot, but maybe I'm wrong.
So you think you can do the 30-pound dumbbells? You got that?
What do you have to do with that one?
Okay. So you're like chest press.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I can do that.
You got
On
that.
each hand?
Yeah, each hand. I mean, you could do one if you want to. It hits a different,
Yeah.
you can. But if you want to do a
See,
chest
I
press,
have like little knowledge about working
oh, you're
out,
good. You're good, bro.
about weights. Like it's so small. Like I need to watch my own podcast on like how to work out, you know?
Sticker say got to show off the slab.
They
Yo,
said that's how it's hanging. All right, you
yo,
guys got me messed. You guys got me messed
Dale
up.
on it tonight.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna
Yo,
call it
appreciate
short
that,
because I have
bro.
to go get more tea because my throat is killing me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Again, go to the forum. Please put in your top 50. Please like. Please
Appreciate that.
subscribe. Keep growing the channel as much as we can. Get people into the hobby. And keep collecting. And we'll see you guys next week.